Fox Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Back here at Lambeau Field for the 342nd consecutive sellout. 26 degrees, a balmy 16-degree wind chill. For more on this game, let's check in with a fourth member of our team, Sarah Kustok.
Well, Justin, disappointing news on both sides as each team's top targets are inactive. For Detroit, it's Kenny Galladay, who's been dealing with a chest issue all week, makes a major impact on what Matt Stafford can do in the pass game. For Green Bay, Devontae Adams is out after injuring his knee last week. Even tougher, given the fact that he is just 2 catches away from breaking Green Bay's 25-year-old single-season reception record.
Yeah, tough news for Devontae Adams. Sterling Sharp has the record at 112 receptions in a season, and you saw that 111 for Adams. Detroit won the toss. They have elected to receive. So kicking off for Green Bay will be Mason Crosby. And back deep in the end zone is T.J. Jones. And Detroit will start at the 25-yard line. And here comes Matthew Stafford. Stafford last week against Minnesota didn't put up good numbers, and it's been an inconsistent year for Stafford, to say the least.
Yeah, no question about it. He's struggled here over the last few weeks, only 1 touchdown in the last 3 weeks. But Matt Patricia, we know he wants to pound that football, so I think we're going to see a lot of running today anyway.
LeGarrette Blount in the backfield to open up this game. We could see a lot of LeGarrette Blount in this game. The Packers, they'd like to see a lot of him. They make it a little bit easier if it's a lot of LeGarrette Blount, as the first pass is batted down at the line by Dean Lowry.
Stafford going with the short sleeves there. Aggressive decision. Incredible play here by Lowry.
Yeah, Lowry knows he's not going to get there. Does a nice job, though, timing it up, getting the arms up at the right time. Getting those big paws up there. That stings going off those forearms.
16-degree wind chill, taking a football right off the forearm.
2nd down and 10 here for Detroit. It is LeGarrette Blount. And Blount doesn't have much room to move. Will pick up 1 yard. 3rd and 9. It's Lowry with the tackle. So he had 1 pass breakup, 1 tackle here on the first series. The Lions this year have been struggling offensively. They have not scored 20 points in the last 5 straight games. And of course, they're without their leading receiver in Kenny Galladay. 3rd and 9 here. Theo Riddick and Zach Zenner in the backfield for the Lions. Riddick certainly an option to look for. Stafford rolling out of trouble. On the run, throws low, incomplete, intended for Brandon Powell. And a 3-and-out forced by the Green Bay defense.
And Matt Stafford did a nice job eluding the traffic on that one. Getting free, but just kind of short-armed it a little bit. Skipped that ball in there.
Looked like an athlete there early, though. The short throw really hurts the confidence, but when you want to run the ball, getting in 3rd and 9, you have to throw there, getting behind the schedule there. This is going to be a big thing today, this punting and this win. Beautiful
Sam Martin.
ball.
The punt and the fair catch is signaled and made by Tramon Williams. A 53-yard punt by Martin as we bring out Aaron Rodgers, a guy who, as you mentioned, Robert, is proud of the fact that he has been able to start all 16 games this year and coming off a huge game last week.
Yeah, he talks about locker room legacy, and you just have to be around. And, of course, quarterbacks are always looked to for leadership. But as he said, to be that guy as a leader, you have to suit up in games like this.
Aaron Rodgers, you could tell that he feels that he needs to be the man in the locker room. He needs to be the leader, especially after Coach McCarthy's departure. I'm excited to see what he does today in front of these fans.
On 1st down, the handoff is to Jamal Williams. Williams, he'll get a yard on 1st down. Jamal Williams is a guy who Aaron Rodgers talked about. He has been the 3rd-string running back. Now he's the starting running back coming off a big week. Had 156 total yards last week in the first road win of the season for the Packers as they came back to beat the Jets in New Jersey. 2nd down and 9. Rodgers to throw. Rodgers under pressure, and he gets sacked as the helmet comes off. Jared Davis with the sack. That is his 6th sack of the year.
Week 17, nobody's healthy. Aaron's battling a lot of injuries. Getting hit early here could wake him up a little bit. Hope Aaron's feeling good after that. Put him in 3rd in a lob wedge, Justin.
Romeo Okwara combined with that. He's the one who knocked the helmet off of Rodgers.
What was his name?
Romeo Okwara.
Of course.
3rd and 22. Not a lot of play calls for 3rd and 22. The quick pass to Jimmy Graham over the middle, and Graham will get up to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, certainly not a lot of play calls on 3rd and 22 in general, but especially when you're coming out of your own end zone. You don't want to take any chances in a situation like that. Just something safe. Don't put the other team on a short field.
Oh, yeah. Pick up some yards there for the punt is huge. From the 25 instead of inside the 10 is a massive difference for the punter trying to flip a field in these very gusty, windy conditions here at Limbo.
And that's J.K. Scott to punt. Back deep is T.J. Jones. That is about 23, a short punt. And this takes a Detroit bounce, and it will be down to around the 45-yard line. Just a 30-yard punt for J.K. Scott. Good field position for the Lions when we come back.
That'll be.
Today's Game on Fox is sponsored by Lowe's.
We talked about Aaron Rodgers, how much pride he has in starting all 16 games this year and how he is banged up playing in this game, and you could see him hobbling off the field after 3rd down.
Well, he's taken a lot of hits this year, and people say he's holding on to the ball a little bit too much, but really nowhere to go with that football. Maybe a little banged up from that play.
So now 1st and 10 from the 44 for Detroit. Great starting field position after a short punt. Into the wind, Andy Jones in motion for the Lions. On 1st down, it's LeGarrette Blount up the middle. And Blount will get a couple of yards here on 1st down. The Packers defense, talk about injuries.
Decimated. Absolutely decimated. What, 7 out of their 11 are gone, right? Injuries.
It's unbelievable.
The coaches talked about it. Aaron Rodgers even talked about it in our meeting with them, just on the other side of the ball, what they've had to be able to battle through and overcome.
Guys that are playing, that are starting, that weren't even on the practice squad to begin the year. Stafford on 2nd down, throwing over the middle, and completes to Brandon Powell for the 1st down, as Powell is run out of bounds at the 36, a pickup of 18.
Well, I love this play. Powell makes a nice move to the inside, turns this back out. Great play design here. Stafford hits him coming right out of that break.
Number 65 is eligible. 65 is an eligible receiver.
That's Tyrell Crosby.
Oh, this guy is lit. Celebrated with his teammates so hard earlier in the year. Love that guy.
1st and 10. Blount again. He'll get a yard.
They want to get this run game going. Blount averages 2.8 this year, but Matt Patricia is hammering it home. They want to be a grind and pound team. They want the fundamentals to be there. See if LeGarrette Blount can get loose a little bit.
Less than 3 yards per carry as running backs. We called that tough sledding, but he is a big back. You want to try and control that clock. Have to be patient with the run.
In the NFL, I average 9 yards a rush, so I understand the tough sledding.
Well, now they've gone empty backfield here on 2nd down and 9. From Green Bay's 35. Stafford over the middle. It's tipped incomplete. Blake Martinez is the one who got the hand on that one. The team's leading tackler, 132 entering this game, nearly had an interception.
It'd be awesome to be this athletic, Justin. Drifting away from the ball, exploding up, breaking up the pass. Now they need to pick up some yards if they want a field goal. There's nothing that's going to be simple today in the kicking game.
3rd and 9. Does Green Bay dial up the pressure? Theo Riddick in at tailback here for Detroit.
Lambeau's coming alive, too.
Stafford has time, throws, and that pass is incomplete. Andy Jones cannot hang on. Tony Brown, a great job breaking that one up.
53-yard attempt here if they want it. It's going to be difficult for Prater.
Well, Stafford's coming off the field, but watch the job of Tony Brown coming in and just ripping that ball away.
Yeah, Brown does a really nice job there, getting the hand in there. Never give up. Try and knock that thing out any way that you can as a DBs. That's what they're taught.
Punting here from the 35.
So what is that approach now as Sam Martin makes that punt from the 35, the end over end, and Andy Jones is the one who downs. I want to talk to you about that when we come back. As Green Bay is pinned back in their own territory.
This is sponsored by McDonald's.
Sam Martin just had a 29-yard punt to put Green Bay back at their own 6, and we have Pat McAfee here. So take us through what he's doing here to get this punt like that.
So punting from the 35 is weird to begin with. You think in the NFL a 53-yard field goal could happen, especially with the NFL record holder Prater, but this is a terrible windy conditions here. So Sam Martin flips it upside down, takes out the wedge, little pitch and catch here with Adam Jones, pinning him inside the 6. This is going to be a field position game. The offense hasn't been moving much. It's going to be a beautiful thing for the brand right there, pinning him inside the 10.
Oh. And Rodgers with that hard count. Let's see who moved first. It's going to be against Green Bay.
False start. Offense, number 69. 5-yard penalty, half the distance of the goal. First down.
That's against David Bakhtiari.
I have no idea how those guys are supposed to stand still, by the way. Offensive linemen, you got a team of humans trying to fist fight them on every play. You're supposed to stand there completely still.
Hey.
Matt Patricia talked about all 3 phases working together, though. Backing them up inside the 5 now. Let's see if the defense can take advantage of it.
It's Jamal Murray trying to get some room for Aaron Rodgers and this offense to work. He'll get those 3 yards back as Ricky Jean-Francois is the one to make the tackle.
Ricky Jean owns 30 Dunkin' Donuts. Fun fact. Franchise owner.
How many have you been to?
At least 10. I get the bacon, egg, and cheese croissant sandwich. He's a business owner, though. I respect that.
How many of those Dunkin' Donuts are you eating?
At least 10. You've seen my face. Aaron Rodgers backed up, working some magic.
On 2nd down and 10, his pass is complete to Jake Kumaro. And Kumaro gets 6, so 3rd and manageable coming up here for Green Bay.
Of course, that was a key right there. The last thing that you want backed up once again in that situation is being that 3rd and 9, 3rd and 10. You want to be in a nice, manageable 3rd down, something that can get the ball out of Aaron's hands quickly. We saw in that last sack, stood in there a little bit too long, but he had nowhere to go with the ball, and the pocket collapsed completely.
Randall Cobb is back in action today after missing last week with a concussion. On 3rd and 4, Rodgers directing traffic. Rodgers under pressure has to throw it away. The pressure was coming from Devon Kennard, and that will force yet another punt for the Packers.
Great protection here early, huh, Robert?
Yeah, it really was, and I was surprised that Aaron didn't get rid of the ball and trying to direct a little bit of traffic, trying to improvise a little bit. Thought he was going to hit that underneath route there, but looks a little bit gimpy as he's running here towards the sideline.
A much better punt this time. A fair catch is made by T.J. Jones at the 44-yard line. Again, a 44-yard punt. Matthew Stafford coming back out for the Lions.
A T-Mobile gets. Today's game is sponsored by T-Mobile. Whether you're home or away, T-Mobile has you covered. And by Burger King. Try the new $6 King Box only at Burger King.
Well, I really thought Aaron Rodgers was going to have an opportunity to hit Kumaro coming out of the slot here. But Tabor for Detroit does a great job. And Matt Patricia talked about teaching guys concepts. does a great job coaching these players, and they can identify these routes and take these underneath routes away. That's why he's so good and so hard to play call against.
We've talked about how this could be a game of field position. So far, Detroit average starting field position to 38 as Zach Zenner will pick up a yard, tackled by Bashaud Breeland.
The more punts, the better, Justin. Field position wins games. It's old school football here at Lambeau. And Robert Smith, you look like Bob Ross on that telestrator. I thought you did a great job.
Can we get a tree next time?
That's a happy little tree, yes.
Green Bay, their average starting field position, their own 14. 2nd down and 9 here for Detroit. Zenner, one of 3 tailbacks that Green Bay will use. It's Zenner again. And Zenner, a little bit of a hole, will get to midfield, and he'll get 5 yards.
Zenner, a jackrabbit from South Dakota State. They raise him tough out there. Vinatieri also there. Ever heard of it, Robert?
I have. Zenner did a nice job on that one, getting vertical. The temptation so many times as a running back, you cut those plays back. You want to try and get a little bit of width, but he did a nice job getting vertical, getting those extra yards, breaking the tackle.
Now it's Theo Riddick in, a weapon out of the backfield as a receiver. Has 57 consecutive games with a catch. This pass does not go to Riddick. Instead, it goes to Andy Jones for the 1st down.
Nice pitch and catch here, Robert. Slinging it in the short sleeves, Matthew Stafford.
First 3rd down conversion for either team. Stafford going a little hurry up this time to his tight end, Levine Toilolo.
Jim Bob Cooter pushing some tempo here. Might be his last game. Nobody knows. A lot on the line for both teams today.
2nd down and 6 here for the Lions. Trying to strike first. Riddick straight up the gut. Spins. Let's see where they mark him down. It looks like he's going to have enough for that 1st down. It will be a 1st down as he gets to the 33.
You see going the tempo here, doing a nice job. Maybe this is an opportunity for a little play action here down as you get close to the red zone.
That quick swing pass out to Powell. Powell with the speed. Another 1st down. He is out of bounds inside the 20 at the 19-yard line as he gets 14. So here is the red zone opportunity for Detroit.
Jim Bob Cooter, good shot of his beard there. It's December.
Stafford's pass is low, incomplete, intended for Chris Lacey. Well, there is Jim Bob Cooter. You talked about him, potentially his final game as the offensive coordinator for the Lions.
A lot of chatter. There's a lot of chatter about everything. Anytime you have a losing season, there's always chatter because complacency is something that NFL does not stand for. Jim Bob Cooter came up through Peyton Manning, then Jim Caldwell. Him and Matthew Stafford have a good relationship. This year, obviously, things haven't gone great. Great name, too. I mean, geez, great name.
2nd down and 10. Incomplete pass for Powell. It looked like that play got broken up a little bit. Bashaud Breeland.
I'm not sure if Stafford didn't get his arm hit on that one. Just a poor throw.
Well, there's a little sidearm flick there. He's trying to turn 2. Tried to turn 2. Just threw it a little bit outside.
He's not Clayton Kershaw.
I don't have a clue who that is, but I'm sure he's a monster of a baseball player.
It's now 3rd and 10. Again, the Lambeau faithful making some noise. Stafford. Low throw. It is a catch by T.J. Jones.
Might have got the legs involved there, too. That was
Blake Martinez is saying to his coach, hey, that hit the ground first. Let's see.
It looks like a clean catch there.
I agree with you.
Nice job by Jones going down to get that one.
It's going to be tough to overturn no matter what. Great catch there by Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Dean Blandino, he says it was a catch as well, so now it's 1st and goal. Zenner Zenner cuts it back. Zenner, he is down inside the 1.
Stafford thought he was going to go straight to the pylon there. Zenner takes it up the gut, runs somebody over down to the 1.
Again, know your strengths right here. You can see Zenner. Nice job, little penetration in the backfield. He knows he's not going to get to the outside.
Oh, why
Turn
is that?
north and south, man.
What are you saying, Robert? You're saying the South Dakota Jackrabbit can't get to the edge there, Robert?
I'm saying he knows his speed better than either one of us do.
Is eligible.
I can agree with that. Goal line here.
They don't go with LeGarrette Blount. They stay with Zenner here on 2nd and goal from inside the 1. It's Zenner. A flag is thrown.
Oh.
There is no sign yet for the touchdown.
It's like a 30-yard flag toss by the ref. Came skipping in there.
Well, it's with the wind.
Agreed.
Holding. Offense, number 71. 10-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
Killer.
It's Rick Wagner.
Killer. You got 1st and inches. You get that kind of penalty.
That's what Matt Patricia was talking about yesterday, though. He wants his team to be known as a fundamentally sound team. A team that can really do all the right things. Those types of situations can't happen. See if they can get back down in there, though.
So now you go 2nd and goal from the 10. And it's Theo Riddick in at tailback. Riddick takes the handoff. And he'll get back to the 5-yard line. He'll pick up 5. So 3rd and goal from the 5 coming up here for Detroit.
Really like Riddick's running on that play right there. Again, he's a faster guy, but does a nice job negotiating the traffic at the line of scrimmage, getting vertical, tough running. You don't have to be big to run hard.
It's a good line right there by you.
Stafford on 3rd and goal. Throws to the back of the end zone. Touchdown. T.J. Jones. The Lions strike first here in Green Bay.
Great protection. Stafford has time to survey the field and delivers a dime to the Notre Dame product. Probably didn't have a great night last night with the team watching Notre Dame, but he starts off early here in the 1st quarter in Lambeau.
First touchdown of the year for T.J. Jones.
Field position, by the way, Justin. Field position is a big deal.
And now Matt Prater on for the extra point to make it a 7-0 Lions lead. And that is good. Field position is key, and the Lions capitalize as they lead 7-0. 56 yards on 12 plays in just over 5 minutes, and they were 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions, and it was T.J. Jones with his first touchdown of the season.
Well, we've talked about Matt Stafford's struggles here late in the season, but did a really nice job on this play, staying patient, understanding what was going to happen on this play. Couldn't get to that first option, going through the progression, but making a nice throw from the pocket.
Incredible protection there by the offensive line. As a practice squad quarterback one time, you need that to really succeed in the NFL. Sam Martin out of Appalachian State.
Bashard Breeland to return it from the 3. Breeland gets it out to the 25, and that's where Aaron Rodgers will start. Well, tomorrow the Red Box Bowl kicks off between Oregon and Michigan State at 2:30 Eastern on Fox. Then flip over to FS1 as number 17 Utah battles number 22 Northwestern in the San Diego County Credit Union Holiday Bowl at 6:30 Eastern, or catch it all on the Fox Sports app. Robert, you'll be covering that in studio. 2 good games.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. It'll be fun. Tune in.
That Northwestern strength coach is must-see TV in itself. The game should be awesome as well.
Aaron Rodgers starting this drive off. Empty backfield. Lobbing one down the sideline. Incomplete to Randall Cobb. Time for a game break. Let's go back to L.A. and check in with Carissa Thompson.
Thanks, Justin. Jets, Patriots. Patriots clinch the 2 seed with a win. Brady to James White for this 17-yard score. Jets would add a field goal. Pats up 7-3. Justin?
All right, thanks so much, Carissa. There's a lot to be playing for in the AFC as far as the playoffs are concerned. In the NFC, the scenario is really between Minnesota and Philadelphia. 2nd down and 10 here for Green Bay.
Wild light for Nick Foles, by the way.
Jamal Williams gets hit in the backfield. Hit right away by Eric Lee. A loss of 4. So this offense for Green Bay has done nothing so far.
As a running back, what's that like there? Just as soon as you get the ball getting popped, I'd probably cry.
Well, it's tough. You just have to protect the football. You see that something like that's going to happen, and you try and react to it if you can. But like Bakhtiari just completely missed on that play right there. Just cover it up, protect the ball, make sure you don't turn it over.
9 total yards for Green Bay so far. Adams gets the pass out of the backfield, gets back to the original line of scrimmage, so he'll get 4. Quandre Diggs with the stop.
Most exciting play in football coming up. You know what it is, Justin. A calculated turnover when one man launches a pigskin into the sky to the other team. J.K. Scott, young-looking child from Alabama, has got a hammer of a leg, just some inconsistency issues.
Well, there's the hammer of the leg this time, and a fair catch by T.J. Jones. And guess what? They're able to flip the field position.
Let's go!
We'll be right back after these messages from State Farm and the Masked Singer.
This is where we separate the agents from the boys.
Is your belly button pierced?
That is genuinely surprising. I have, yeah.
Celebrities go undercover in Fox's musical guessing game.
Are you in the NFL?
Stop smiling at me.
Who's behind the mask? The Masked Singer premieres this Wednesday on Fox.
Rumor has it that Pat McAfee is one of the Masked Singers.
Well, I could
Man,
be.
I hope so.
Hey, those little picture-in-picture commercials you guys are doing are really slick, really neat. You know what I mean? Kind of see the game and learn about something else.
By the way,
Beautiful technology.
Pat, it's that we're doing. You're part of us.
As an official voice of the NFL, Matthew Stafford is slinging the rock here early.
On 1st down to Andy Jones. And Jones will get 9 yards, setting up 2nd down and 1. And this is a bit surprising, really, when you think about it. No Kenny Golladay, you're wondering, all right, who is Stafford going to throw to? Well, he's done a nice job spreading the wealth.
Number 66 is eligible.
This Packers team just has to wake up. I mean, 13 yards of offense, too much cushion that they're given on the defensive side. No sense of urgency at all from this team right now.
On 2nd down and 1, it's Zenner. Getting a push from his offensive line. He'll get the 1st down.
Little pushing and shoving afterwards as well. Big 1st down push for Zenner. Last drive when they scored, 3rd downs, they were 100%. They just kept moving the chains down the field. The Lions offense looks very comfortable right now. Very, very comfortable.
Tyler Lancaster is the player down right now for Green Bay. The undrafted free agent rookie out of Northwestern, who has now started 5 of the last 6 games. Spent the first 4 weeks on the practice squad. And while we have the time, let's let you know that NFL Week 17 continues next with huge games and huge playoff implications. The Vikings take on the Bears, the Eagles battle the Redskins, or the Rams host the 49ers right here on Fox and the Fox Sports app.
That Bears team, with the addition of Khalil Mack, has become just must-see TV. That defense is awesome. The opening week, Aaron Rodgers told us a story about that Chicago Bears game, and it's one of the most legendary stories I've ever heard in my entire life. Lancaster walking back to the sideline. He called what he was going to do, Justin. Aaron Rodgers called what he was going to do at halftime to the trainer against the Bears down 17-0.
Well, he asked the trainer, what's the score? We're down 17.
Trainer goes, no, you're not going back out there. We thought you had a torn ACL. We got you in here for x-rays. It's not a torn ACL. You're in a good spot, but you're in a bad spot. Whenever it comes to getting on the field, he said, no, I think I could do something magical tonight. Comes back, leads a huge comeback. The Packers season started magically. Can it end that way? We'll see.
20 seconds left in the opening quarter. And center gets hit hard by Antonio Morrison, a former teammate of Pat McAfee. And that's the way this first quarter will come to a close, a loss of 2 on the hit by Morrison.
I'll tell you what, the 4-4 Bulldog, man, he was a teammate of mine, special teams player. Huge play early for him. He loves to hit people, Robert.
That is the end of the first quarter here in Green Bay, 7-0 Detroit. Fox NFL Sunday will return after a word from your local Fox station. Well, the first quarter was not exactly what Aaron Rodgers was hoping for. Just 13 total yards in the quarter, the lowest since 2013 when they had a whopping 11 against the New York Giants.
His nose is cold, too.
Second down and 12 here for Detroit. Stafford. Another pass to Andy Jones. And Andy Jones is across the 40 to the 41. He gets 9. 3rd and 3 is coming up.
Robert, they got rid of Tate, who's the king of the yak. It looks like a couple broken tackles there. As a quarterback, you got to appreciate that, right?
Yeah, but Jones does a nice job on this one as well. Patience from a wide receiver coming back to the middle on that one. As Chris Carter liked to say, on some of those routes, it makes the great ones average and the average ones pathetic coming across the middle. But he did a nice job with the patience on the running after the catch there.
Riddick breaks a tackle. And Riddick forward progress will be enough for the first down as he will get to the 45.
You got to love that cut, Robert. Hit the L1 button back in the day on Madden.
Whoop, or just vibrate a little bit on the electric football.
Yeah.
You see, Riddick does such a nice job running behind his pads. Again, you don't have to be a big back to run hard. You see, you just present those shoulder pads to the oncoming tacklers, keep those legs churning, get that extra yardage.
Total domination so far from the Lions over the Packers. 8 first downs to 0 thus far. LeGarrette Blount, he gets wrapped up in the backfield by Antonio Morrison.
This is my guy, man. Florida Gator. He doesn't have social media. He lives like a hermit. He just likes hitting humans. He was on our special teams early. Kind of watched him grow, do anything for the team, hard-hitting man, and you do not want to get on his bad side.
Well, you can see Morrison, that's the second straight tackle for loss, and he's playing with a lot of emotion right now, and that's what this team needs. You got to have sparks from guys like that.
Second down and 11. Stafford over the middle. Powell, tons of room to run. Powell makes another cut. Tackled around the 15-yard line by Tony Brown. This kid can fly.
Wide open, Robert.
Yeah, it was. And looks like linebacker got caught up on the crossing route here. He's able to cross and get wide open. The good old pick play there. Pick/rub. Depending on which side of the ball you play for, got him wide open. You see somebody wide open like that, it's usually some sort of pick play.
It goes for 41 yards, and Powell's got 73 already. Blount trying to be patient back there. He'll get a couple of yards up to the 13-yard line.
Tough sledding, you called it? Whenever you're just pounding away 2-3 yards at a time, 1-2 yards at a time?
That's what you call it. It's tough sledding. But
I went sledding last night over here in Titletown, Robert. That was tough sledding.
Sometimes, though, in conditions like this, you just have to pound. You want to be patient sometimes, but sometimes you just have to hit it. Want to see more of that from Blunt, a guy his size.
Zenner is in. He takes the handoff. Zenner able to spin forward inside the 10, down at the 8-yard line. He'll get 5 yards there.
You can see the difference there with Zenner running the football versus Blunt. And, the philosophy that I always had carrying the football was 5 yards, first down, then touchdown. You want to be patient. You don't always want to try and hit the home run. Just try and get downhill, get some positive yardage.
That's probably why I wasn't a running back. Going touchdown every time.
It's one of the reasons.
It's a big play here, Justin.
3rd and 3. Stafford to the back of the end zone is incomplete, looking for Andy Jones, and he'll just run up the tunnel. He's trying to get warm.
I would recommend the hot chocolate if you're trying to get warm. We've had a couple here. The people in Wisconsin do hot chocolate fantastically. Dime in the corner of the end zone. And that was magical for the break.
And guess what? Now he gets to try for the extra point. You've mentioned the Jackrabbits. We got a jack of all trades.
I'll tell you what, I almost just had a heart attack up here. That was awesome.
Who's coming down here at Lambeau?
14-0 Detroit.
Stats. Hey Siri, who leads the league in rushing yards?
You might be wondering, why are we showing you DeShone Kizer right now? Well, this is why. Aaron Rodgers, we showed you earlier, was limping. He just left the field during the break, walked back up the tunnel into the locker room. And so we'll get more on this from Sarah Kustok when we can. But that means, as of right now, DeShone Kizer will be coming in at quarterback for the Green Bay Packers.
Sam Martin.
Sam Martin is the one who's going to be doing the kickoff. It was Matt Prater who threw for the touchdown and then kicked the extra point.
Got to ask your kicker to do all things here, Justin. Throw the touchdown, kick the extra point.
He's just trying to do his best Pat McAfee impression. Let's go back to that fake field goal.
Okay, so this is the classic hideout play on the sideline. It's a check with me play with Prater. He's going to check and see if any of the Green Bay Packers, instead of any of these guys, go out with Cuzzy here, who's going out. They have their eye on the field, on the offensive line. They don't even notice the hideout happening over there. Prater's checking right now. 5-2. Prater's checking right now to see if they go out and cover them. They don't. Easiest touchdown in special teams history. Adam Vinatieri has one of these. Classic play.
Well, Kizer on first down dumps it off to his tailback, Jamal Williams. And Williams will get 3 on first down, tackled by Christian Jones.
End guy on the line for field goal block is supposed to check and make sure that doesn't happen. He might be noobed to the position. He just didn't see it. Cheeky touchdown for the Detroit Lions. Hate that Aaron Rodgers is no longer in the game right now.
You know, he hates it too. He was trying to come in here, trying to play through some injuries. We asked him, how's he feeling? He said, I'm fine.
It's week 17, he said. Big hit.
Williams gets a yard. Let's check in with Sarah Kustok and see what she has on Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, Justin, we saw him go out of the tunnel. He's currently being evaluated for a concussion, so we'll keep you posted once we hear any more news and updates on his status.
Oh, wow. So here we are. We knew he had a knee issue, a groin issue, and now he's being evaluated for a concussion. 3rd and 6. Kizer. Pocket collapsing, gets the pass off. And let's see, that's really close to a first down for Kumaro because he rolled on top of the defender. I think he got the first down.
Ref's foot saying he got the first down with that spot.
Watch him here. And it is a first down. That is the first down of the day for the Packers.
A lot of respect coming from the Cheeseheads as well. Would expect more Cheesehead hats, by the way.
Mike Ford is the one who made the tackle, and he rolled over Mike Ford, so he never touched the ground. Play action. Kizer And it's a drop ball by Lance Kendricks. Time for a game break. Let's go back to LA and check in with Kurt Menefee.
Well, the Texans should wrap up the AFC South with a win. They can also do as much as get home field advantage today with some help. But first, they've got to win and wrap up the South. They're doing just that, up by a touchdown in the second quarter after the Deshaun Watson 5-yard score over the Jaguars.
How crazy is it for Houston? They could finish second, third, or sixth seed today on week 17.
I would assume they're just excited that they're going to be in, but it's nice to have a higher seed in the playoffs, obviously. Colts and Titans also playing to get in later today. A Deshaun Kaiser offense is going to be fun to watch here while we figure out what's happening with Aaron Rodgers.
Well, they're doing a nice job designing plays to get the ball out of his hands quickly, which is something that you want with a quarterback just coming into a game. Get him comfortable. Obviously got to get more on that throw right there.
Joe Philbin probably has a Deshaun Kaiser section of the playbook, right? Like, this is what we're comfortable with. This is better fits him. Got to be prepared.
It's 3rd and 10. Kaiser escapes the pocket, will run for it, reaches out, and he's got the first down. Little Aaron Rodgers-esque right there.
I was about to say, he's in the same meeting room as one of the greatest of all time. That has to help, and Deshaun Kaiser's making a play for his team. Goes through his progressions, doesn't see anything. I'm going to run it with my feet and an extra yard with the left-hand reach.
That left-hand reach is like patented Aaron Rodgers.
It is. Steal them when you can get them, those yards. Steal them when you can get them, Justin.
Couple of first downs. The handoff here to Williams, and Williams will get tackled for a loss by Jared Davis.
Well, the penetration always kills the running plays. So difficult when you get those free runners. And again, situations like that, just got to protect the football. Jamal Williams did a nice job on that. Was going to try and get some extra yardage out of it, but you have to be careful fighting for those extra yards because a lot of times you see that ball get popped out.
Jamal Williams, 5 carries, -2 yards so far. Kaiser over the middle, and he completes that pass to Robert Tonyan.
This is a huge 3rd down coming up. Huge. They pick up their first down. The whole place goes crazy. Can they keep it moving with Deshaun Kaiser in?
Guess what? They're in Detroit territory for the first time today.
Talking to Joe Philbin, it's like you're talking to an old wise man, you know, just a wizard who's been around the game for a long time. He just wants to win for the people of Green Bay, calls this place home.
Kaiser nearly intercepted by Davis. That was in Jared Davis's hands.
Boy, Davis did a nice job just hiding out back there. He knew that Kaiser couldn't see him at all. He's just praying, please let him throw this ball down the middle. I think I'm going to have an opportunity on this one.
Your prayers hopped right over to Kaiser's voices. Please drop that ball. Please.
Now J.K. Scott will punt to T.J. Jones back at his own 10. Fair catch signaled and made at the 14. It is a 14-point lead for the Lions with 6:37 to go here.
New Year's Eve with Steve Harvey live from Times Square tomorrow on Fox.
We talked about the struggles for the Lions offensively. Last time they had a 14-0 lead, ironically enough, came against Green Bay back in Week 5. Now, the Lions have also won 3 straight against Green Bay for the first time since 1990 to 91. They haven't won 4 straight against the Packers since 82-83. That's been a long time. I mean, that's like going back to like Allegheny.
I dare you. Keep doing it.
Your fanny pack last night said that you remember those games. I'm sorry I had to. Robert, you told me to. I had it sitting in there. I didn't want to do it. They're pinned back, the Detroit Lions. To make it 4 in a row, they're going to have to keep stacking series together like they have done. And also, when you have an elite quarterback like Matthew Stafford and Matt Prater, you're going to win games. People forget. When you're 4th down quarterback and sling dimes, you're going to win games.
2nd down and 8 here for the Lions. Zenner broke one tackle. That's a good run by Zach Zenner right there.
Yeah,
hard run.
Nice run there. A nice job on the play call. You could see that the Packers were reading some tendencies of Detroit. Maybe by formation there, brought the safety up to the other side of the line of scrimmage. Zenner gets the run to the other direction, able to pick up some nice yardage.
Adjustments is the name of the game, though, right, Robert?
Well, that's a chess match between these coordinators. You come into week 17, you've got a lot of film on teams. You have to scout yourself and try and do different plays in different situations.
On 3rd and short, Stafford over the middle, completes it to Andy Jones for the first down.
Stafford might have hit his hand on something during the release there, just put his hand in his hand warmer after a quick shake. But he's really throwing it right now. This is a dime for Matthew Stafford. 16-degree wind chill.
Yeah, and it all starts up front. This is Detroit Lions offensive line. It's been criticized this year. Stafford has taken some hits. People think he might have been a little bit tentative at times. You can see right there, standing in there, making a great throw.
Zenner on 1st down. Again breaks another tackle, and he'll take it up to the 45.
Did you see that speed, Robert Smith, from Zach Zenner?
It's like a jackrabbit.
But it was that move again, getting vertical. He's aiming outside. Does a nice job planting that foot, getting upfield. Fools the corner.
Great job up front again. Great job up front again. The offensive line for Detroit is doing well here. You win the line of scrimmage, normally you win the game. Also field position.
On 2nd down and 2, Stafford over the middle to Toy Lolo, another first down. Across the 40 to the 39 of Green Bay. And guys, I was about to say earlier in this drive, maybe the Green Bay defense has to pick up the offense and get a stop, get better field position, but that hasn't happened either.
No, it hasn't. We saw those tackles for loss by Morrison. Obviously, those were big emotional plays, but you got to give credit to Matthew Stafford and this Detroit Lions offense as well. He's standing in there. You could tell yesterday he was going to be motivated today. He doesn't like the way things have gone this year.
Play action. Stafford under pressure, low throw to Zenner. That pressure was coming by Tadal Brown.
We talked to Kyler Fackrell. I said that right?
Yep.
Kyler Fackrell, great beard on him, 9.5 sacks on the season. And he said that Mike Pettin told him earlier, like, hey, we shouldn't have to rely on the offense to win games for us. No matter how great Aaron Rodgers is, they want to do that. And today, getting a stop here would really help them do that.
Well, they know they've got an inexperienced quarterback as well. You can't let a young guy like that get into too deep a hole.
Injuries on this Green Bay defense, though. It's tough. That's the name of the game in the NFL, though.
On 2nd and 10, it's Reddick up the middle. He'll get 8 yards.
Tick, 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 2. 3:07 left already. Well, 3:03, you get it. I looked at the clock, said it.
And this is the last thing that you want in a situation like this. Week 17, you know you're not going into the playoffs. Could go down 21-0 going into half. Now, they've had some big comebacks earlier in the year, but last game of the season, this is the last thing that you want to happen. Got to hold him.
Might be gut check time at halftime, to be honest.
Big play right now for the defense, collapsing on Stafford, but Stafford able to get rid of it again to Andy Jones, and again he's able to convert on 3rd down.
Timeout. Green Bay, they're first.
With 2:20 to go, Green Bay takes its first timeout of the half, with Detroit marching down the field.
Chevys earn J.D. Power Dependability Awards across cars, trucks, and SUVs. And by Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Boy, tough blocking assignment here for Theo Riddick. He's got to come all the way across the formation, try and block the cornerback Breland on this. But I love what we see from Stafford here. Not going to be a clean block by Riddick, but Stafford does a nice job staying calm, delivering a nice ball from an awkward angle.
He told us he loves playing here in Lambeau, especially in December. He just feels like this is the way it's supposed to be. And right now, Stafford is 12 of 20 in the game as he hands off to Zenner. And Zenner, another good run.
That was interesting to me. Stafford, Georgia boy, SEC, wanted it to be snowing, he said. This is what football is.
Got a timeout here. Let's check in with Carissa for a game break back in L.A.
Thanks, Justin. So the Patriots up 14-3 on the Jets. They clinched that 2 seed with a win. In fact, never won a Super Bowl without a first-round bye. This helps. Brady to Dorsett for this 9-yard score. Brady's third touchdown of the day so far. They're up 21-3. Justin?
Thank you very much, Carissa. Of course, the Patriots, their defensive coordinator used to be Matt Patricia, now the head coach for these Detroit Lions. They enter today 5-10, trying to close out the season with a victory on the road at Green Bay.
He had them ready to play today, too. You could see they're just emotionally, they're just a completely different football team than what you're seeing from Green Bay.
It's Zenner again, and he's got another first down inside the 15.
Matt Patricia's trying to build something like New England. You could tell. Said he still keeps in touch with them. Fundamentals, everything about it.
Yeah, and there's been a lot of talk about losing the locker room early, and you had a player that wasn't with the team anymore saying that Patricia was late to these meetings, so he was setting a bad example or being a hypocrite. But it's clear that he's getting buy-in from these players. There's no question about it. Yes, they're working more on the fundamentals, and that can frustrate some guys, especially guys that have been in the league a little bit longer. But he's trying to get them to understand how important those little things are and how they can make the difference between winning and losing. So hard to win football games in the NFL.
And he has a top 5 beard in all of sports. Great personality out of him last night. I did not expect that in that conversation.
By the way, I will expect the other 4 guys for the top 5 beards in sports by the end of this game. Zenner took the handoff back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, there's one right there. Kyler Fackrell. Guy's been growing it since October. It goes straight out. Beautiful.
2-minute drill here in the 2-minute warning here in the first half. 14-0
game in 9 weeks, with Marlon Mack running for a touchdown and Andrew Luck throwing for 2 more to receivers Dontrell Inman and Chester Rogers. The Colts overcame a 10-point second-half deficit to beat the Giants and are now 1 win away from a playoff berth. Brought to you by Hyundai, official sponsor of the NFL.
14-0 Lions leading at the 2-minute warning here in the first half. Happy holidays from up here in the booth. Justin Kutcher alongside Robert Smith, Pat McAfee. We've got our spotter, Brett Bender. We've got our statistician, Alan Thrifley, working hard here in the elements here in Green Bay at Lambeau Field. This is quite a place to be.
Yeah, there's no question about it. And I'll tell you, it's a lot better dealing with the elements up here in the press box than it is down there in the field. The wind hits you a little bit harder down there.
No space heaters down there. 2nd down and 9. They toss the ball out to Powell, slips a tackle. And Powell has another first down as he is inside the 5, down at the 3.
Hey, Powell's getting loose. He's getting loose tonight. Today, I guess. It's not night yet. You get it.
The rookie out of Florida.
And Bryce, he comes up to make the play here. Just flat out misses. Little technique thing there. You got to break down a little bit, but you got to try and get your helmet in front. Just goes completely to the inside and whiffs.
Look at that. 12 missed tackles today for Green Bay. It's Zenner in the backfield on 1st and goal. From the 3, Zenner to the outside. Touchdown, but there is a flag on the play.
Saw him get to that pylon, Robert.
Yes, you did. Hey.
Holding.
That's
Offense
why,
number
probably.
17. 10-yard penalty. Still first down.
Well,
That's against Andy Jones, the wide receiver.
He was lulling them to sleep and then went to the outside.
Hook him on the end, I assume.
Second.
You see those hands go up. It's almost 100% that you did something wrong.
That's the second penalty against Detroit inside the 5 today. So now it's 1st and goal from the 13.
We saw them do this earlier. They were able to get a touchdown out of it eventually. We'll see what happens here.
Zenner.
There he goes.
He goes again. Doesn't go for the pylon. Goes straight up the gut for 13 and a touchdown. And the fans here cannot believe it.
Yeah, they can't believe it, and you're going to be hearing some boos again. You know, the effort level of this Detroit team, so different from what we're seeing from Green Bay. Nice job just running right up the middle here.
Good vision, good burst, good speed. Not a great half for Green Bay, but the Lions look good. They came out to play here.
3rd touchdown of the year for Zenner.
I couldn't fathom wearing short sleeves. Elite quarterback, Matt Prater, up and good.
A 13-play, 86-yard drive that went over 5.5 minutes after a holding call took away a touchdown. Zenner, who has been running very well today, now 13 carries, 60 yards, and a touchdown, and that was his longest run of the day.
Yeah, and what you're seeing consistently out of this Green Bay team is guys just being a step short, and a lot of times that's effort. Now, I wasn't a defensive guy, but you watch enough defenses, and you know effort's a big part of the success. If you're in the right place and you're playing with high effort, you're going to be successful most of the time. But you're seeing these Green Bay players, they just seem disinterested right now in getting to the point of attack.
It has been total domination by the Lions thus far in this game with 1:06 to go. Sam Martin to kick off once again. Bashaud Breeland is back to return for the Packers. This is returnable from the 1. And Breeland gets tripped up as he approaches the 20. And Breeland, he is slow to get up as we find out what's coming up on the halftime show. Kurt, what do we have?
Coming up on the Visa Halftime, the Patriots try to hold on to a first-round bye simply by beating the Jets, while the Texans try to steal it from them as they host the Jaguars. We'll break down the playoff picture for you coming up on the Visa Halftime.
All right, thanks, Kurt. Back here in Green Bay, the Packers trail 21-0. Aaron Rodgers is out. DeShone Kizer is in. Rodgers is being checked out for a concussion as Jimmy Graham just dropped that pass from Kizer. With 58 seconds to go, let's take a look at maybe what happened to Aaron Rodgers.
This is second play of the game for him, too. We talked about him being banged up coming into the game, and then very early here, first drive, takes a huge shot, loses his helmet. He said he wanted to be out there for his team. He wanted to be a leader. Games that matter. And early here, DeShone Kizer's been having to call the shots.
Kizer lofting one out of bounds, just throwing it away.
When we talked to Aaron, listening to him talk about this Week 17 game was awesome. Mm-hmm. He was so excited for it. He was like, what do you mean? People were asking about what am I playing for? What do you even mean? It's a shame he gets knocked out early like that because this could have been an awesome, awesome thing for Aaron to lead his team after McCarthy's departure. Timeout, Patricia there.
Timeout, Detroit. They're first. 30 seconds in length.
I would like it to be stated that this ref has a good rhythm to his calls. I think that is something that is very important. I think he had a good rhythm there on his call. But this has been an interesting first half. 21-zip, Robert. Could have never guessed this coming into today's game.
Well, total yards, 261 to 39. And again, you talk about that effort from this Detroit team. And, you know, it's the way for new coaches to gain credibility because you've been delivering a message all year long. It hasn't been the results that you've wanted for most of the year, but you say you keep playing the way that we have told you to play, and things are going to work out well for you. Started off great against the Vikings a week ago, lost that game, but here today came out firing again.
Now on 3rd and 10. Kaiser. Sharp pass to Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And that is a first down. A 19-yard completion.
They're getting the ball in the second half, too. Going to halftime with some points.
They'll spike it here as Green Bay is out of timeouts with 34 seconds. And, of course, that timeout was taken by Detroit, hoping to get a stop on 3rd and 10, force a punt, maybe add some points before the end of the half. The first meeting back in Week 5, it was a 24-0 halftime lead for the Lions. Kaiser over the middle to Williams. And Williams gets to midfield, will pick up 9.
No timeouts there.
Yeah, got to get moving here.
Got to get out of bounds here.
Kaiser moving, taking the shot down the field. And that one is knocked down by big play Slay. Darius Slay, whose birthday is January 1st, a Pro Bowler. He says, no, don't throw it my way.
So much fun talking to this guy. Tremendous player, an absolute ball hawk. He's done a great job of breaking up passes here the last 5-6 years. Learned a lot going up against Calvin Johnson. He said he doesn't talk, just like Calvin Johnson. Calvin Johnson, kind of the anti-receiver when it comes to talking. Darius Slay, big play Slay, kind of the anti-cornerback. You're not going to hear a lot of talking, but you're going to see a lot of great playing.
Delay of game, offense, 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
Well, the fans not happy about the punting here for Joe Philbin and the Packers, but again, they're just trying to preserve this deficit where it is right now at 21-0.
Backup quarterback, not sure how many reps he's getting at 2-minute drill during the practice week. Not sure how much. There, you would hope that they wouldn't have to be in this punting situation, run off the 9 seconds somehow. J.K. Scott, that's what he gets paid for, though. And it's a beaut, Clark.
Rolls into the end zone.
Not great, I guess. Touchbacks are.
This is the end of the first
Cousin
half.
Eddie liked it.
Oh, the hang time? Look at that 9-second punt play. Let's go.
Well, how about we look at the play of the first half, which is presented by DirecTV. More for your thing, that's our thing. We know it's Pat's favorite thing. It's this.
A check with me, hideout play. Matt Prater throws it dime, making it 14-0. They obviously go on to score again. Matt Prater, 1 for 2 in his NFL career with an incredible touchdown here today.
That is the end of the half. We go to Kurt Menefee in Los Angeles for the Visa halftime show, which starts right now.
Our audience. Any other use of this broadcast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the consent of NFL Productions is prohibited.
That was today's Game Flow, brought to you by Progressive. As we get set to start the third quarter, the first half stats. If you're a Packers fan, they are ugly. Time of possession, plays in opponent's territory, unbelievable, the discrepancy.
And on the other side of it, though, again, you have to give credit. Matt Patricia and his staff have done a great job of preparing this Lions team. Lions have only won here twice in the last 28 years in the state of Wisconsin.
Breeland muffs the kickoff, able to recover and takes it across the 20 up to the 22-yard line. Let's go down to Sarah Kustok and find out what she found out from both coaches.
Well, Justin, as you can imagine, Matt Patricia very pleased with the mentality of which his team came out. He said we were all on the same page. We were grinding through things on the offensive and defensive side. A big aspect was the fact that Aaron Rodgers was not in that ball game. But other than that, they said he really liked what they were doing. A lot of football left to play right here. And we'll get to what Joe Philbin had to say right after this play.
Jamal Williams on the carry. So what did Joe Philbin have to say?
Well, and meanwhile, Joe Philbin not quite as pleased. Of course, he said we were offensively just bottled up, stuck in a lot of long yardage plays, still evaluating Aaron Rodgers. But when it comes to DeShone Kizer, he said changing up the play call just a little bit, figuring out what exactly they like. But defensively, he said we have got to stop the run. That's a huge aspect of what our defense has been focusing on.
All right, thanks so much, Sarah. 2nd down and 8 here for the Packers. Kizer towards the sideline, floats it in to Kumaro. And that is really close to the first down mark. We're going to be just shy.
Nice throw there by Kizer. It was a little ugly coming out, obviously, but right on the money. Moved the ball a little bit. And obviously, the first half struggles for Green Bay were because one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time got hurt early.
Well, and to that point, the throw right there from Kizer, he keeps that thing down, a little bit more accurate throw, have an opportunity to turn up field for that extra yards to get the first down.
Matt Patricia said he enjoyed playing against Aaron Rodgers. Now he's playing against DeShone Kizer, who's delivering rocks right now, first down.
Valdez-Scantling with the first down catch for 13. And guys, how big is this opening drive right now for the Packers?
I mean, this is huge from an emotional standpoint. You know, when you get a young quarterback in there, you want him to go in there and make some plays, get a little bit comfortable, obviously not turn the ball over. This is huge from a confidence standpoint after, I'm sure, which was a tough halftime for this team.
First 5, last 5, Justin. First 5 of the half, last 5 of the half. Means everything to a team.
Williams tackled for a loss by Harrison.
I don't think I know what that means, by the way. I've heard a lot of coaches say it, and I felt like it was the right time to say that because you said getting started early, but I have no clue what that means.
First 5 and last 5?
Yeah.
First 5 of the half and last 5 of the half?
Yeah, I understand. I get it's all important, but hey, how about we just do, whole half?
We'll explain it later.
Thanks, Robert. NFL 101.
2nd down and 11. Kizer stepping up over the middle, incomplete through behind Jimmy Graham. Well, we had a couple of penalties early on David Bakhtiari, the left tackle. For more on him, let's check in once again with Sarah.
Well, Bakhtiari is questionable to return with a hip, and given the fact Aaron Rodgers is out as well, a lot of guys banged up here on the offense for Green Bay.
The injuries keep on piling up. It's been defensively mostly for Green Bay. Of course, offensively, no Devontae Adams in this game. Aaron Rodgers being looked at for concussion. Kizer forced out of the pocket. Kizer still on his feet somehow, and now he gets taken down. Sacked by Kerry Hyder.
Just talked about Bakhtiari being hurt a little bit and giving up a couple penalties in the first half. We saw the weakness there, obviously, coming off the left side. Oh, coming right up the gut, actually. Incredible play. DeShone Kizer keeping his feet is just showing real grit. That might be why the penalties happened early for Bakhtiari, though. When you're hurt, trying to do more than he can, DeShone Kizer really putting in a good fight here.
Well, you know, Coach Patricia, he is going to be bringing pressure, going to be bringing stunts. You want to try and pressure that offensive line into making mistakes, and you want to get free runners to DeShone Kizer. Did a nice job there.
J.K. Scott. T.J. Jones on the return, gets to the outside. And Jones will take it across the 45. T.J. Jones with a 25-yard return.
Today's game is sponsored by Progressive Insurance, handing off big savings to you.
Some great images over the history of this rivalry.
65
the Lions and the Packers. And Matthew Stafford in that first half, 13 of 21, 164 yards, 1 touchdown. And the best starting field position of the day at the 46. LeGarrette Blount hasn't really gotten going yet.
This field position is not what Green Bay wanted to give up to the Lions. They wanted to come out first 5, last 5, Robert. Come out first 5, last 5. Instead, you're setting the Lions up here for success when they had a lot of it in the first half.
Yeah, but I'm sure defensive coordinator Mike Pettin, defensive coordinators aren't known for their emotional restraint. I'm sure it was a very stern talking to at halftime. He wants to see the emotion. He said, I don't care where they get the ball. Just give me some effort out there. And I'm interested to see. I think they'll be bringing more pressure in the second half.
Zenner is in at tailback on 2nd down and 7. Stafford swings it out to his fullback, Nick Bellor.
Okay, a little fullback action. Lambeau, December, a fullback catching the ball. This is football, Robert. I think I would say so.
Well, again, though, this has got to cause so much frustration for defensive coordinator, for these Packers fans. Guys just have to know their assignments.
I don't know how much.
65 is eligible.
Love Cuzzy.
65 reported eligible.
Love Cuzzy Crosby. He's the most lit offensive lineman in history. I've said that earlier. But as Jim Bob Cooter, he's got to feel good with the game plan he's putting together right now. That has nothing to do with Aaron Rodgers, who's the greatest quarterback in the game, one of the greatest quarterbacks in the game. His offense, not there, but seemed to be matriculating down the field.
Stafford
It's
gets sacked there by Kyler Fackrell. Do we have the kisses?
There we go. Yes, we do. 10.5 sacks on the season now. Came in with 9.5. He's going to get that half sack one way or another if it was jumping on a pile or running in late, whatever the case may be. But he got that one clean.
And watch
the
this.
3 kisses off to his wife and 2 daughters.
Delaney, Lucy, and his wife Liz. Hello.
For those watching at home, that was a huge topic of conversation with Kyler Fackrell. Huge. I should have done more research. I had no idea what his celebration was. Got into a whole story about how much he loves his family and how incredible of a dad he is. It's awesome.
On 2nd down and 12, the handoff to Zenner. And Zenner takes it up to the 41, will get 4 yards.
Big down right here. This defense got to hold. Got to give that offense an opportunity to get moving in this one.
That can spark, though. 1/3 and long hold here. Get the ball back. Maybe spark a little momentum here. Get the Lambeau behind it, which is a bucket list trip. If you haven't done it, you need to come watch a game here. Something needs to get him going. Or Matthew Stafford just sticks a dagger and keeps it moving.
Detroit 6 of 9 on 3rd downs today. On 3rd and 8, Stafford incomplete, looking for Andy Jones.
Sam Martin coming in looking to pin. A little bit high and outside there. No clue whose fault it is. Just saying what happened.
Did a nice job with the defense right there. Martinez got up to the line of scrimmage, made it look like he was going to blitz, drop back into the coverage. Really forced a throw. I think that Matt Stafford wasn't really thinking about going into the play, threw it wide.
Josh Jackson back to receive. Fair catch is made at the 8. So Sam Martin does his job. Pins Green Bay back again, 21-0 Lions. Bears, Vikings, Eagles, Redskins. Those games coming up next on Fox for the final playoff spot in the NFC.
Vikings, Eagles. Pretty huge storylines last season. Only one gets in, Robert.
Kaiser on 1st down, swings out to Capri Bibbs, who is in for the first time at tailback. And Bibbs gets tackled by Jared Davis and Tease Tabor. Look at this.
MVP thus far. Not great whenever your punter's getting the most action on the team, obviously. Punters like to punt, but we also like to win. And we know if we're getting a lot of work, it's not beautiful. He's had a couple miss hits. He's hit a couple big balls. It's a windy day here. And obviously, the offense isn't going great, so you need your young yoga-doing stud punter from Alabama to do his job well. Kind of up in the air, to be honest.
2nd down and 6 here for Green Bay. And Kaiser will just throw this one away into the dirt with the pressure coming.
You ever do yoga, Robert?
I do.
You do?
Yoga. Oh, yeah, absolutely, man.
With that fanny pack, you take a
little warrior one, downward dog. You can see the defense sniffed out that. The defense did a great job sniffing out the screen right there. Kaiser has no chance. Does the right thing. Just throws it into the dirt.
Fanny packs are in.
Agreed. J.K. Scott, big yoga guy, the punter guy. Big yoga guy. I can't touch my toes, so I'm out.
Kaiser throws it over the middle to Graham. Forward progress. He'll still be short of the 1st down.
Oh, got to get to the marker on that one. Got to cut that route off at the marker. Don't cut it short. You know they're going to be in man-to-man in a situation like that. You're going to have a defender right behind you. You're going to have him trailing you. You're not really going to have an opportunity to turn that one upfield, so you have to drive up to the distance of the marker. You can't be impatient in a situation like that. Know the down and distance. Know where you have to get the 1st down, and that's where you make your break.
So J.K. Scott on to punt again. T.J. Jones is standing at his own 40. Tease Tabor has to leave the field. I think there was a helmet issue. So Brandon Powell comes in for him.
NFL equipment managers are the absolute greatest, too. Get that helmet issue fixed right away if that's the case. J.K. Scott looking to hit a big one here. Can't give Matthew Stafford good field position again and get this thing to 4-score game. Not great. Oh, good bounce, though. We love those.
A big Green Bay bounce.
J.K.
It goes for a 51-yarder.
That's
Punters
the punting
real
gods.
athletes.
I agree with that, Robert. Amen.
$21-0. J.K. Scott just had a 51-yard punt. Pat McAfee, you said as soon as he hit it, not a good one, but then he got the roll. How soon do you know if it's not a good one when you kick it?
As soon as it leaves your foot, just like a baseball leaving a bat, you know. And he got such a good bounce. You'll take every single yard like that. I love J.K. getting rewarded for that.
By the way, Robert, don't be hiding the fanny pack.
This thing's ridiculous.
I was going to hold it up.
This man is an adult.
This is the hairspray guy talking about my fanny pack.
Detroit takes over. LeGarrette Blount on the carry. Gets 2 yards.
Robert Smith yesterday in our production meetings had a backpack and a fanny pack. I've never seen a man look cooler. Never in my life.
And never saw one who cared less about it. Okay, here we go. There it is. Like a championship belt, baby. You don't know WWE. What do you call this thing besides beautiful?
It's a strap, title, championship. It's incredible, and your waist looks better with it on there. Back to the game.
2nd and 8. Stafford. Another completion for him to Andy Jones. Gets 7. They'll be short by a yard.
Big 3rd down here.
6 catches, 50 yards for Andy Jones.
Lambeau still packed to the gills, by the way. I met fans from Australia, California, and New Jersey walking around this town last night. This place loves their Packers. Would love to see some success today. Clay Matthews knows the game. Excuse me, he says. He moved.
He thinks Powell moved there in the slot.
Clay Matthews was a ref in 2011 for the WWE. Quick count cost Ziggler the title.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense number 52. 5-yard penalty. The yardage is enough for a 1st down for the Lions.
I guess he thought he thought if he ran far enough into the backfield to sell it that he got drawn off.
Oh,
the
there
refs would
was
somehow
movement.
buy it.
Yep.
Clay Matthews is right. Just like I mentioned before, he used to be an official for the WWE. He knows what's going on. He's not scared to make a call. He also tries to block.
Number 66 is eligible. 66 reported eligible.
I love that. I hope they give him the ball. Clay Matthews tried to block my punt in the Pro Bowl, so I'm not upset that happened to him.
Dean Blandino agreed with Clay Matthews on that one. Now a tackle in the backfield. And this time it's Kentrell Bryce. A tackle for a loss of 3.
And we saw Bryce miss a tackle earlier in the game. Does a nice job here. Coming in, clean hit.
Going back to that play by Clay Matthews, it's not often you see a guy be that adamant about something and going to the backfield pointing like that.
Especially a player like Clay Matthews. Now, granted, his last couple years but he is a perennial monster out there. You would think he knew what he was doing. Refs didn't buy what he was selling, and he was right. Zenner getting loose.
He gets loose on the screen, and Zenner all the way across the 30, and he is marked down at the 27. It'll go for a 30-yard completion on the screen pass.
You see Ragnow get a great block here. Just gets enough of it.
Hey,
Zinner does a nice job turning that one up, making some guys miss.
The big guys being able to move is huge for screen success, right, Robert?
Oh,
Number 65
absolutely.
is eligible. 65 reported eligible.
Important, too, for the running back not to tip the defense off on that one. They sniff that out, and they can kill that play before it ever gets started.
LeGarrette Blount, he cuts it back. Still doesn't make, can't go anywhere. To the 25, gets 2. Time for a game break to LA. Let's say hello to Carissa.
Thanks, Justin. So Patriots up 21-3. They can still clinch the 1 seed with a win, and losses by the Chiefs and the Chargers. Sam Darnold fumbled, recovered by Kyle Van Noy for his 46-yard score. Patriots up 28-3. Justin?
Thank you very much. Back here at Lambeau, it's 21-0. Detroit over Green Bay.
The wave has begun in the stands, Justin. Not great.
Not a good sign. Aaron Rodgers told us that. That ball is knocked down at the line. Second time Stafford has had a pass knocked down. His first pass of the game was knocked down. Dean Lowry, I believe, has both of them.
And he got it with the right forearm this time. That left one was a little bit sore. Getting hit with that cold ball.
Need some ice on it? No, I just leave it out in the open.
Frozen tundra joke.
3rd and 8.
I don't know how Matt Stafford's staying focused with this wave this crowd is doing. It's from all the way at the bottom all the way to the top.
Brought the corner blitz.
Taking the shot to the end zone. Looking for a flag, no flag. Andy Jones, the intended receiver. Josh Jackson there on the coverage.
Great job here. I mean, this is that back shoulder throw, and you figure your receiver doesn't get it, you may be able to get a penalty out of it. Worth taking a shot there. He did a nice job picking up a corner blitz out of the slot on the backside on that one. Gave him the time to at least give it a try.
Matt Prater's on for a 43-yard field goal attempt to make it 24-0. And Prater's kick
right down Broadway.
Is good.
Right down Woodward there in Detroit. The quarterback knocks it through.
24-0. Lions leading the
Pizza Hut, official pizza sponsor of the NFL. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Tonight, the crew of the Starship Orville is back. From creator Seth MacFarlane comes a brand new season of thrilling missions and epic adventures. The Orville Season 2 premieres tonight after football on Fox. They're even doing the wave here at Lambeau Field, and excitement for that.
Sways would go.
See, that was my fanny pack is Orville themed, apparently.
Oh.
Got that space theme to it.
This wave has been going for 5 minutes strong, completely through the commercial break. I'm almost at the point where this is an impressive world record type operation.
Well, you got to keep moving when it's this cold.
That's what my thought is. Sam Martin on to kick off. Bashawn Breeland is back. Breeland from the 7. And Breland is able to take it across to the 31-yard line.
Big return there sparked the fans' interest. Stopped the wave immediately. Now can Deshaun Kaiser build something here? 3 minutes left in the third. Down 24-zip. The guy got hurt on the first drive. Can we put up a fight here for this Green Bay Packer faithful?
You know, and it says a lot about who you are as a player in situations like this, how you perform. Not just Deshaun Kaiser, but all of these players.
Yep.
You want to get your best effort on film always. It's not like college. It's not like you have a 4-year scholarship. You're playing for your job.
32 GMs, scouts, people with a lot of money are watching these games. Who's got it? Who doesn't?
Kaiser on first down to throw, takes the shot down the field, overthrows Valdez-Scantling. He was open going up against Darius Slay. If he puts some more air under it, maybe he's able to catch up to it.
Well, Scantling's a real burner, and you just hate it for Deshaun Kaiser here. You're not going to get many opportunities like this. You have to convert on those types of situations.
He knows he missed it. He knows he had his chance.
Got to forget about it, though, as an NFL starting quarterback. Move on. Let's get something rolling.
Quick pass, a low pass to Jamon Moore.
The Green Bay Packers fans are legendary. And I mean that with every single ounce of the word. It's freezing cold out here. Well, I guess not. I mean, it's 16 wind chill. You get it.
Enough for hand warmers or no?
I am using hand warmers. Local Wisconsin, Ascani, I believe they're called, would judge me for that because I'm freezing. But this fan base, I think they deserve to see something magical here at the end of this season finale. Going into new coach, possibly. Here we go.
Let's get started. Completion right there to Valdez-Scantling for the first down against Darius Slay.
Joe Philbin told us they call him Quez. Big catch in traffic here. Hearing Joe Philbin say the word Quez, almost as awe-taking as this catch in traffic. All hands snag it in there. Man draped around you, Robert.
And that was good coverage right there. Nice job fitting that ball in by Kaiser.
To Jimmy Graham, and Graham gets wrapped up right away. Quandre Diggs. Quandre Diggs, 5'9", 200 pounds. Jimmy Graham, 6'7", 265, and he stopped Jimmy Graham in his tracks.
Quandre Diggs, sometimes corner, sometimes safety. I remember seeing him play at Texas. Not scared of anything. Doesn't surprise me. He's going to come up and smack you.
1:15 to go here in this third quarter. Kaiser for Carr. Got it. Wait a minute. Did he hold on long enough? They are saying he did.
Can't wait to find out what a catch is and what isn't a catch on live TV.
Hey, it's a new rule. Going to the ground, you do not have to control the ball all the way to the ground.
It would be a 27-yard completion.
Hurry, hurry, they say. No review. We don't want it. Get the ball snapped.
They get the snap off. And the handoff to Jamal Williams.
Patricia was left with that red flag in his hand.
Well, we'd have to go to Dean on this for confirmation, possibly. But I think this would not have been ruled a catch last year because he's going to the ground. But that's enough time, it seems like, with the change in the rule this season.
That hand thing there is such a veteran move. In the headset, they're saying quickly, don't want to review, don't want to review. And there he goes. This is a nice drive here for the Packers. Got to get points, preferably 7.
Kaiser, and that one is juggled and incomplete along the sideline by Valdez-Scantling. 9 seconds to go here in this third quarter. 3rd and 5 coming up.
I like what Deshaun Kaiser's doing here. Had a miss on the deep ball early, reset himself, delivered some dimes. They're moving now.
He's definitely getting comfortable, getting into the flow of the game, changing up his delivery, putting a little bit of air under it when he needed to, and fitting it in when he has to.
Under pressure, on the run, looking down the field to throw it away. And still 2 seconds left in the quarter. And let's see what Joe Philbin decides to do. You're down 24. You got 2 seconds left in this quarter. The fans, they're saying, come on, we want 7. We don't want 3.
Week 17, playing for the offseason here. Gotta go for this.
Who's the guy he goes to?
Think you go to Scantling here if you have the opportunity. He's got the speed to get to the back of that defense.
It's dropped. Robert Tonyan on 4th down.
The end of the third quarter.
That is the end of the third quarter. 24-0 Detroit. Fox NFL Sunday will return after these messages and a word from your local Fox station.
That'll be 12:45
today.
Robert Tonyan, the first-year player out of Indiana State, actually second-year player out of Indiana State. Kaiser, he was frustrated. He thought they had the 4th down conversion. Tonyan checking his hands. How did they drop it?
No, I mean, there's no question. He heard the footsteps, and everybody says, hey, just catch the ball. You're going to take a hit anyway. But, you're fighting your instincts of self-preservation right there. Should have made the catch. No question about it.
On 1st down, the pass to Brandon Powell. He gets 4.
Every once in a while, you got to have that conversation with your hands, though, and say, hey, what happened there? I used to do it with my foot when I did a shank. Klay Thompson did it last night after shooting a 3. Every once in a while, you got to talk to your body parts and say, hey, what the hell just happened right there? That should have been a catch. He knows it. He's got to do it next year and continue to do it the rest of this
game. It feels less crazy than talking to your brain because you're talking to yourself.
Exactly. You get it. It's tough for him, though. Young player. This game means a lot for a lot of people's futures. Hopefully he'll get a chance to redeem himself.
LeGarrette Blount gets hit in the backfield by Antonio Morrison. A loss of 1 on the play.
Hey, I'll defer to Matt Patricia, I guess, on this, but I love the way that Zinner's been running, and I do not like the way LeGarrette Blount is running the football today. I know that he had his best game of the season a week ago, but he's been kind of tentative in there. I don't know if he's a little bit banged up, but Zinner certainly has been much more deliberate with his running.
Pep Hamilton, David Walker over there on the sidelines, old Colts people, Jim Bob Cooter's friends. This offense has been moving, but you're right, that Zinner cat seems to be moving more. Stafford also slinging it today.
On 3rd and 6, the drop by Andy Jones allows for a 3 and out.
It's cold, Robert.
Well, it's cold, but it's again, it's getting the hands in the proper positioning on this one, turning the head a little bit upfield. People say, what do you catch with? You catch with your hands. Try and close your eyes and catch a football. You catch a ball with your eyes and your hands. Got to keep it on the ball.
It's the first 3 and out since the first drive of the game for Detroit. A flag on the play. Josh Jackson on the return. Let's wait to find out what this flag is for.
I don't enjoy special teams flags because I feel like it kills the excitement level of special teams, Robert. It happens all the time.
During the kick, illegal block in the back. Receiving team, number 28. 10-yard penalty. 1st down, Green Bay. Timeout.
Eliminates the entire return for the stats of the punter. That's got to feel good for Sam Martin.
It's all about the punter, or at least it should be. I mean,
agreed. A lot of special teams guys out there making a lot of big plays.
Hey, it's 24-0. Sam Martin, he's happy about it. Lions on top of the Packers here in the 4th. The Lions are pitching a shutout against the Packers. They haven't done that since 1973.
Woo! How old was I then?
I would say at least 15.
Born the same year as Michael Jackson. No, I was 1.
Were you? So you look really good. I saw you drinking a Pepsi the other day. I'm like, man, if I drank 1 Pepsi, I'd be 260. You look good. You work out. It's an honor to call a game with you. Kaiser get loose in the 4th quarter. The reach out.
Reaching out, a late hit. Is there a flag?
Yeah.
There it is.
Just hope he gets up from that one. Yep. Pops right back up.
Football player, man.
Well, a good job, too, here by Kaiser.
Personal foul. Defense, number 40. Hit the quarterback out of bounds. 15-yard penalty. First down, Packers.
That's against Jared Davis, who's been active today.
But down 24-0, a quarterback may feel the desire to get the ball downfield and to force it. So a smart play there by Kaiser, using the legs, moving the chains.
15 yards onto that play.
Tackle on the 15, too.
Hey, 40.
All of a sudden, you're in good field position, Robert. That's all that matters.
Not many fans have left. Like to see them see some points.
Kaiser now takes the shot, and it's incomplete. Was intended for Valdez-Scantling. There on the coverage was Glover Quinn.
Got to lead the receiver with that throw. A little bit behind on the throw, has to go up to try and make the catch. Threw it a little bit too high as well. He leads him on that play. The defender never even gets a chance on that one. That's the difference, that accuracy, and why a guy like Aaron Rodgers is so different and so dangerous.
Glover Quinn with the coverage there. People are saying this might be it for him. Incredible career for him.
How about Kaiser scrambling up the middle for the first down to midfield?
With his feet, Justin, making plays happen with his feet. Maybe not connecting in the air. Let's take it to the ground.
And they're going hurry up because they need to, down 24-0. Over the middle, and it's caught. That's caught by Capri Bibbs, the tailback for 5. Jared Davis with the tackle.
They're going to give those underneath throws. You can see the defensive backs really playing off for the most part. So we know that you need a lot of points in this one, though now they're pressing up on the outside.
Kaiser steps up over the middle, incomplete, intended for Jay Kumaro.
You know, and that's what makes Matt Patricia and, of course, defensive coordinator Paul Pasqualoni, that makes this defense so dangerous. And this is something that we heard Joe Philbin talking about. They're very multiple defensively, and they have a plan for the first thing that you want to try, the second thing you want to try, and the third thing that you want to try. You're calling plays, anticipating what the defense is going to be. Defenders have been playing very soft. You have a call, expecting that. Then you get press coverage, so you really keep the offense and the offensive coordinator on its heels.
Now on 3rd and 5, again Kaiser trying to scramble, and he'll get taken down. Hyder was there. Wilson was there. They're going to mark him back at about the 49, a loss of 5.
So obviously, whenever you're trying to gain big chunks, it's going to take a little bit longer for the play to develop. He's sitting back there, and obviously the defensive rush was incredible. 3 men got him. But that's what, when you get behind, you have to start chasing it. It takes a little longer. 4th down here, they got to go for it right at the 50.
4th and 9. Kaiser trying to buy some extra time. Now he's going to run. Makes a move. He's got the first down.
This place has come alive with that. Just a little bit of optimism, Lambeau said. Just a little bit. Juke's a guy, too. Yeah, give me that.
How much juking did you do in your career?
I hit a spin move on a guy. It's my only regret. I should have jumped over him.
Well, you're a multi-sport athlete, so.
You hit a spin move, and he hits you right in the middle of the spin move, I'm sure.
That is a factual statement. I fumbled as well. It was Christmas Eve. My family didn't get gifts that day.
Nice throw there.
I like what Deshaun Kaiser's doing here, Robert. I love it. Fourth quarter, 10 minutes left, week 17, and he's just putting together a drive here any way he can.
Player down is Mike Ford after the catch by Alan Lazard. Leads us to a timeout, 24-0 Lions. Well, Mike Ford was able to get up, and Pat, you talked about Christmas Eve, how that year your family did not get any presents. This Christmas Eve, our friend and colleague got the best present. Matt Millen received a heart transplant.
Awesome.
And we just want to say, Matt, we love you. Could not be happier. So happy to know that you're doing well. And we're all thinking of you at this moment.
Always my favorite broadcaster when I was a player. Could not wait to see Matt Millen, and now a colleague. So happy that he got the transplant. Obviously, a family lost a loved one, but great news for him.
Kaiser under pressure. Cobb trying to reach out to grab it with one hand. Cannot. Eli Harold brought the pressure for Detroit.
Really a great effort considering the pressure that Kaiser was under there. And again, that's what you want to see from your quarterback. The ability to stand up there in the face of the rush, knowing that you're about to take it on the chin, still delivering pretty good ball, at least gave Cobb a chance. Maybe Cobb goes up with 2 there. He comes down with it.
3rd and 3. Kaiser to Cobb again, out of his reach. Tease Tabor on the coverage, and again, 9:45 to go. Got to go for it.
Interim head coach, there's no way you can call a field goal here in the fourth quarter, down 24. As an interim head coach, with this crowd still packed at capacity here, you have to go for it.
342nd sellout.
It's a lot.
Consecutive sellout.
In a row, that means.
You're good like that.
Thank you.
Kaiser lofting one. And that's knocked away by Darius Slay, the Pro Bowler.
Slay, big play Slay right there. He's got that clock going off in his head. He understands the position on the field. Did a nice job turning his head back to make the play.
He doesn't talk trash, but he'll wave that finger.
Big play Slay with the great technique at the cornerback spot here. He's in phase, as they say, which meaning he's running right next to the wide receiver. You can afford to get your head back. You can see he gets the hand out so that he knows where the receiver is, knows that he has safety help over the top, but understands the timing of the play so that he can get his eyes back on the ball, make a play for it, knock it away. Great job.
Again, his birthday's in a couple of days. Here on first down, the pass from Stafford to Levine Toilolo, who has really stepped up his game. And now the last 5 weeks as a flag is in the backfield. A 15-yard completion.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense, number 98, 15-yard penalty will be added to the end of the run. First down.
Fidel Brown called for that penalty.
Really not a smart penalty there. That ball's gone. Good step and a half before Brown even gets there. He decides to take him all the way down to the ground. A little bit of frustration right there probably coming out of Brown.
Moves the ball all the way to the 40 of Green Bay.
This is not what Lambeau wants to see either. An extra 15 on there. Down 4 scores. Excited to see how this ends up. Center. I love this Zach Center guy.
He'll get a yard, and we'll get a game break with Carissa Thompson.
Thanks, Justin. So the Saints already clinching that first round bye. Teddy Bridgewater making his first start in 3 years. Connects with Traquan Smith for this 9-yard score. Saints still trailing 30-7. Justin?
All right, Carissa, thank you very much. Back here at Lambeau Field, Justin Kutcher alongside Robert Smith, Pat McAfee, and Sarah Kustok down on the field. 24-0. The Lions lead the Packers with 8:30 to go here in this one. Stafford draining the clock. Throwing towards the sideline. It's complete to Powell, and Powell's got the first down.
A lot of missed tackles today for this Green Bay defense.
Nice job by Powell here, though. Of course, this is all set up by the accuracy of the throw again from Matthew Stafford. Get it to your receiver. Allow him to make a play. Nice job with his balance there.
So let's assume Powell knew for a couple of days Galladay might not be playing. He's like, hey, I'm going to have a big day. And he has. He's showcased a lot of great things today. Speed, some moves, great hands.
It's always next man up mentality. It's the nature of the game.
Zenner.
Zenner's made a name for himself today, I feel like. Granted, I probably should have done more research and known more about him.
16 carries, 66 yards. We talked about Aaron Rodgers. For those of you joining us, he left the game in the second quarter. We've had injuries throughout. For more on these injuries, let's check in with Sarah Kustok.
Oh, Justin, it has been determined that Aaron Rodgers does have a concussion, so he will not return. And also adding that Tyler Lancaster is questionable with an elbow injury, but he's been here on the sideline without a helmet, his arm all wrapped up. We'll keep you updated on any more of those status updates.
Thank you very much. As Stafford steps up, takes the shot to the end zone, and that is caught. T.J. Jones doing a little snow angel with no snow for 23 yards.
What a snag. All hands, back shoulder with a corner on him.
Second touchdown of the game for T.J. Jones.
This is the difference that accuracy can make, and Matt Stafford knows where he can place this football. Knows that he has to get this to the outside where really only Jones can make a play for it. You notice the leverage, which means the positioning of the defender. Get it to the outside. It's taking a chance, but in a safe way.
Prater on for the extra point. A nice job by Sam Martin on the hold to get it ready for him. And it's now 31-0 Lions over the Packers. We'll be right back after this message from Orville.
When a first contact unfolds, we become a way for the universe to know itself.
Wow, that was pretty good.
Yeah, thanks. I plagiarized it from like 9 different things.
Would you look at that?
Nothing like it.
Sweet emotion.
We're burning up. Get us out of here now.
This ship is sick, man.
Thank you.
The Orville, tonight on Fox.
Matthew Stafford, couple of touchdowns, both of them to T.J. Jones. How about this? Fourth consecutive 30-plus point game against the Packers.
Loves playing against them, loves playing here.
Do you see what it's first time since the L.A. Rams of 51-53? Think about that. The history that goes into the rivalry.
Think about the year Matthew Stafford has had, too. Ups, downs, going into the offseason off of this. Just makes you feel a little bit better as you're training and traveling and living with your 3 kids under 22 months old.
Bashaud Breeland has to pick it up. Breeland hits a hole. Breeland still going as he gets taken down at the 40. A 38-yard return for Bashaud Breeland.
Every kickoff return can go to the house, especially when the ball gets on the ground because it disrupts the timing a little bit. Breeland with an incredible return there. Sparked the crowd a little bit. Starting to thin out. It's here in Green Bay.
Not a whole lot, though. But considering the temperature out here and the wind chill, I'm impressed. I really am impressed.
I'm impressed with the entire Green Bay operation, to be honest. Crow's West, this burger shop across the street, serves you a burger with an entire stick of butter on it. Entire stick of butter on there, Robert.
Kaiser.
Delicious.
Dumps it off to Bibbs. Bibbs up to the 44. Time for a game break. Here's Kurt Menefee.
Well, just to make you guys feel better, it's 77 degrees at kickoff in Tampa. And the Buccaneers got off to a hot start, leading 17-0, but the Falcons have come back. Matt Ryan, 2 touchdown passes and 1 receiving. That one to Calvin Ridley made it 31-20. Justin.
I'll be in L.A. later tonight. I'll be enjoying that weather out there.
You know what? This is, as you said before, Pat, though, a bucket list to get a chance to come here to Lambeau Field, and not in September, October, to come here in December, almost January, to do a game.
This is when you think of growing up football, watching Steve Sable in the NFL films from the frozen tundra, which can't happen now because they hate the field. But you get it. This is hallowed ground in football world in December. This is incredible. Well, I mean, 31-zip, not incredible for the Packers, but you get it.
On 3rd and 4, Kaiser under pressure. Kaiser trying to get rid of it. He does. Up for grabs, intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. 13th, that's his 3rd interception of the season.
Team photo. Team photo. I don't know who started it, but everybody's doing it. Oh, he's just running around victory lap. I respect that. One-man parade almost.
Talked about this earlier with Deshaun Kaiser, the decision that he made not to make a throw on a certain play. This is a poor decision to throw it, and it's poorly executed with the throw. You can't loft this ball up. You got to know, they're defenders in this league. They're just so fast. They close gaps and close ground so quickly.
He was just
can't do that.
He was just trying to make a play, and it ultimately is a big mistake. But if you're from Detroit and you're in Lambeau, this is what you like to call heaven at the moment. Watching the green and the cheese kind of be disappointed.
Number 66 is eligible.
That was just the 16th takeaway for Detroit this year. 2nd fewest in the NFL.
I don't know if I call enough games. This is the most O-line eligible I think I've ever heard in my life from this page.
Here's your boy Zenner.
Yeah, he's getting loose, man. It's a big day for Zenner. Going to go back to South Dakota in the offseason. Check out Mount Rushmore. Keep it moving. Everybody saw what he did here. It's awesome.
He gets 9 yards there. He's got 75 yards on the day.
Just tough yards, too, right, Robert? Good vision, running through people. A lot of grit out there.
Oh, showing a lot of versatility. Nice lateral movement. Inside, outside, breaking some tackles, running with the right pad level. Most importantly, protecting the football. Nobody in the history of the game has scored without the football, Pat.
It's Zenner getting the first down.
Never thought of that.
Keeps the clock rolling.
My job was to give the ball away for 8 years.
The last shutout in Green Bay was in 1970. For the Detroit
I wasn't
Lions.
born then.
Number 65 is eligible.
Every play. Give him the ball already. Matt Patricia in that Ticonderoga number 2 pencil do work. And getting a shutout here would be huge. He talked about the competitive nature between him and the offensive coordinator and the quarterback. They love this type of stuff.
Yeah, you like to get those extra offensive linemen in there, get those heavy packages. It makes an eligible receiver a lot of times, creates extra gaps, makes it more difficult for a defense to defend. And these are some things, in talking to Matt Patricia, you're getting advice from other coaches and other players. We saw that a lot out of New England, trying to confuse defenses by having players eligible in certain positions, at least giving defenders something extra to think about.
To think that Detroit could have 6 wins on the season and 2 of them coming against the Packers. It's impressive.
And a win against the Patriots.
And Zenner.
That one had to feel good for him.
Didn't it?
It's like beating Tommy McAuliffe back in the day.
Saban still hasn't been beaten by one of his coaching tree disciples.
Could it happen, though? Dabo gets another shot at it. Nobody would have guessed. Clemson, Alabama again.
Dabo's not an official disciple.
Oh, really?
No. No. He played for Alabama, quote unquote.
Oh, little shots fired at Dabo's flanker.
I think he played. He at least was on the roster. I'm sorry, Coach. I'm not sure. I don't remember It was way back in my time. That's a long time ago, man. Hard to remember 26, 27 years ago.
Dabo's done an incredible job down there in Clemson now.
Center has the first down. That'll take us to the 2-minute warning.
There's a large cat and a commenter that dominate the internet that probably love everything about this football guy, Zach Zenner, today here in Lambeau.
What's not to love about him? 93 yards, averaging just under 4.5 yards per carry. It has been all Lions here in Green Bay as they lead 31-0 with 2 minutes to go.
Today's game is sponsored by Bud Light, reminding you to not drink and ride your horse.
2 minutes to go here in this ball game. Happy holidays, everybody. 31-0, Detroit leading. In case you're joining us late, not a good start. Aaron Rodgers got hit. He left the game. Turns out it was a concussion. On a field goal attempt, gotcha. Not really going to go for a field goal. Instead, a touchdown by Matt Prater. And then the interception by Quandre Diggs. It has really been all Detroit here today. Week 17 to close out the season to get to 6-10 on the season. LeGarrette Blount is now in at tailback as this Lions team will try to run out the clock. The producer of today's game is Rich Gross, director Wayne Wilson, our associate director Caden Pfeiffer, the broadcast associates Casey Garland and Jackie Chung, our statistician up here in the booth Alan Thrifley, and our spotter Brett Bender. You see Joe Philbin. He will be 2-2 as the interim head coach, and of course the question will be, who will be the next head coach of this Green Bay Packers team starting for next year?
They've been in 4-minute mode for this entire second half, getting ended in victory formation, sent into the offseason. Good for the Lions. And the Packers, it's about to be a whole new operation in Green Bay. One of the most storied franchises in the NFL. About to have a little bit of a remodel. Excited to see what both these two teams can do in the offseason, come back next year and give their loyal and rabid fan bases something magical. Hopefully.
A special day for Matt Patricia and the Detroit Lions. 4 straight wins against the Green Bay Packers for the first time since 1982, 1983. And they pitch a shutout, 31-0. Robert Smith, Pat McAfee, Sarah Kustok, happy holidays, happy new year. This was fun.
Absolutely, Justin, thank you. Absolute honor to be in here with all of you. Thank you to everybody to let me do this. And shout out to Detroit and Greektown enjoying this victory into the offseason.
A big day for Stafford, 20 of 32, 266, a couple of touchdowns. How about Brandon Powell? 6 catches, 103 yards. He had a career day. That'll do it for us here in Green Bay, 31-0. Coming up next, the State Farm Game Break. Let's get you